I need it. I'm feeling.
Hey, and welcome back to my channel. Be sure to hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell to stay aware of any business related content such as this video. I wanted to share with you guys some tips on how you can get a great wig and allowing it to last long. In this video, I was doing a revamp service, aka a wig maintenance. So we're going to be replacing the wig band, getting an adjustable one in here with a metal attachment, as well as going in and replacing any clips. We're also going to be sewing any tracks that may have came off. That's also another good suggestion too, why learning at some point on the sewing machine is so effective, because not only does it help with speed, but it really allows your tracks to really get the best use on a wig, since you're moving a lot on a wig. So first, let's just get into talking about some shampoos. I highly recommend using a moisturizer shampoo. I like Tresemme on hair extensions for some reason. I feel like they really do work best. That and Pantene, top 2 recommendations. For my hair bundles, you want to do something that is going to definitely take care of those hair strands to alleviate them having any unnecessary flyaways. You ever see like a wig that looks very like flyy and stringy? Usually it's because those that hair shaft doesn't have a lot of moisture in it. And granted, it's weave extensions, but you still want to make sure that you are taking care of those hair extensions. At the end of the day, they are human hair, regardless if it's attached to a head or not. So I feel like with that, certain things you definitely want to keep in mind with maintaining that wig is important. I like to also use any type of wide brush, as you see that I have here, because that allows the product to get all the way through. And I like using that on both my shampoos as well as my conditioner. The conditioning portion, I will recommend those 2 brands as well. You want something that's not going to give the hair too much build up, because at the end of the day, it's not like it's going to be on your hair. So it's only a certain amount, in my opinion, of maintenance that really needs to happen to a wig without it just clogging it up and giving it that a stiff look, because it has so much product on it based upon what you're washing. And you also want to make sure that you're washing your hair with hot water. Granted, as a cosmetologist, you might use water to cool down and lock in moisture on your normal hair, your actual hair. But in my opinion, on hair bundles, it's really not that important. The biggest thing with hair bundles is making sure that it is completely cleansed of the products that you put on there. It's not alive right now, so therefore you don't really have to do a lot of the things that you would want to do with hair that is alive, living, and growing from the scalp. So this is one product that I do use. On to blow drying. So I, of course, will recommend that you get a mannequin stand as well as a mannequin head to, maintain your wigs. Not only does it allow you to hold a style, especially if you style it at night and want to throw it on in the morning, but you're going to need it, especially if you're a wig gal. I recommend using a comb attachment on any type of hair, honestly, especially mainly ones that I know I'm going to be styling and combing through. I personally feel that it gives the hair a good volume, but I feel like especially if you're going for a certain style, you want to make sure that the way that you're blow drying the hair is, considered, because the way that you do that will depend on the style that the way that you do that will either make or break the style that you're going for. So you want to just make sure you're doing that. I do recommend you going through and blow drying your complete wig from top to end. You might find going through sectioning it, especially if you're not really used to managing a lot of hair, you might want to section the hair to make sure that you're taking each section down. However, for me, I kind of know what I'm doing a little bit, so even if I can usually fill through to make sure that it's thoroughly dry to the fullest extent. Now, one thing that I will do is wait till I am done the bag at the bottom to stop dripping before I start going and playing with the before I start going in to my lace. Mainly because, you want to make sure the way you're blow drying the lace is considered too based upon the style that you're doing. So for this one, I already kind of had an idea that I wanted to do a middle part. So I was definitely trying to make sure that I was blow drying the hair to lay in a way that it was styled. That is very important, and I will highly recommend that to you to do, because you will see that as you're styling, especially using that hot comb, the hair will lay better. Even in this video right now, you can see that I'm just simply blow drying back. Those layers that I had in there are still as flowy as it was when she got it done for the first time. So that's what I'm saying, like why it's important to make sure you're blow drying the hair in a way that it will lay, because it will save a lot of time on styling, but it will also be able to start creating that look that you're going for, and that saves you a little bit more time trying to have to create it. Now, as I had said before, I was going to talk to you guys a little bit about products that I use with styling. So I use a good oil-based serum for wigs. I usually like to wait till the hair is about 80% dry before I will go in with to put a serum on there. To me, I just feel like it allows it to be worked in a little bit better when it's a little bit drier, to catch on to it a little bit, I guess. So at this point, when I'm doing that, I am using a fine tooth brush to work that product all the way through. And because I knew that I was working on a wig that had layers, I wanted to make sure I was providing that volume to the hair. So as you can see, blow drying it all the way in, making sure that the heat that you are putting on the hair is definitely being effective. And always remember, especially if you're using an oil-based product, that a little goes a long way. Back in my early days, I used to think, oh yeah, I just want to give it that moisture and I want to give it that shine. But I have learned over the years that weighs your hair down doing that, and it does not do anything to help the style that you are going for. One product that I really do enjoy using is BioSilk. They come in all different shapes and sizes. I'm sure you guys have definitely seen this. I also like to use Design Essential. But just remember, a little goes a long way. This is a little bottle. You'd be amazed of how many uses I've gotten out of this. Sometimes I do like to use the travel sizes a lot, because a lot of times I use my bigger things at the shop. So these little ones will last you a good amount of time, especially since you do not need that much. So I want to keep it beginner friendly, so I'm going to stop it there. But just definitely make sure you're subscribed to my channel. I have a lot more content coming through. I'm always capturing content, but it's really time to get on lock with this editing and getting it out to you guys. So definitely stay tuned, and thank you for watching.